Today we're diving into an absolutely incredible organ, one that works entirely behind the scenes to keep you alive, fueled, and energized. It's a true biological marvel that honestly rarely gets the spotlight it deserves. But by the end of this, you're going to see exactly why it is so absolutely vital.
Okay, let's kick things off with a quick question. Which organ acts as both a heavy-duty digestive demolition crew and a highly sensitive hormonal thermostat at the exact same time? Now, you might instinctively guess the stomach, or maybe the liver, but the real answer is the pancreas.
Here's our agenda for today. We're going to cover 5 key areas. 1. Meet the ultimate multitasker. 2. Anatomy of the pancreas. 3. The digestive enzyme factory. 4. The blood sugar regulators. And 5. When things go wrong.
Section 1. Meet the ultimate multitasker, a dual-purpose organ.
So, to kick things off, what's truly amazing here is its physical size. This soft, elongated organ, tucked away right behind your stomach in the upper abdominal cavity, is actually remarkably small. It's only 15 to 20 centimeters long and weighs just 70 to 100 grams. To put that into perspective, that is roughly the weight of a small apple. Yet its daily physiological responsibilities are absolutely massive.
And this brilliantly illustrates its secret double life. You see, the pancreas is what we call a mixed gland. This means it essentially houses 2 completely different operational factories inside one tiny package. It works as an exocrine gland, pushing digestive enzymes out into your intestines, and simultaneously acts as an endocrine gland, secreting life-saving hormones directly into your blood.
Section 2. Anatomy of the pancreas. The structure of the pancreas. Let's map this out. Spanning strictly left to right across your core, each zone of the pancreas plays a very specific structural role. Starting on the right is the head. This is the broadest part, and it fits perfectly into the C-shaped curve of your duodenum, which is the very start of your small intestine. Next to that is the neck, a narrow little region where major blood vessels conveniently pass right behind it. Then we have the elongated body extending right behind the stomach, and finally, on the far left, lying close to your spleen, is the tail, which is tightly packed with hormone-producing cells.
Now, what's truly fascinating is the microscopic structure. A staggering 98% of the pancreas is dedicated solely to digestion. That's the exocrine portion, made up of tiny cell clusters called acini. Meanwhile, a tiny 2% manages all of your blood sugar hormones. It is a massive structural imbalance for sure, but it's perfectly tuned for exactly what your body needs to survive.
Section 3. The digestive enzyme factory. Exocrine functions.
Let's explore that massive 98% first. Every single day, those tiny acinar cells pump out a massive 1 to 1.5 liters of pancreatic juice directly into your small intestine. I mean, think about that volume for a second. That's equivalent to a large soda bottle's worth of digestive fluid manufactured inside you every single day. And the crucial point here is this highly specific enzyme matrix. The pancreas, it doesn't just make a generic fluid, it makes specialized chemical scissors. If you eat carbohydrates, it deploys amylase to convert starch to smaller sugars like maltose. If you eat fats, lipase steps in to break those down into fatty acids and glycerol. For proteins, proteases like trypsin take over the demolition. It even deploys nucleases to digest the DNA and RNA inside your food. Basically, whatever you choose to eat, the pancreas knows exactly how to break it down for cellular energy.
But wait, it doesn't stop at enzymes. It also secretes bicarbonate. And this is absolutely vital because the partially digested food coming out of your stomach, called chyme, is highly acidic. Without bicarbonate acting as an alkaline buffer to neutralize that acid to a safe pH of 7 to 8, your delicate small intestine would literally burn. So it creates the perfect, safe environment for those digestive enzymes to do their work.
Section 4. The blood sugar regulators. Endocrine functions. Now we zoom in on that remaining tiny 2% of the organ. Even though this endocrine portion is just a fraction of the whole, it is mighty. It's made up of specialized cell clusters beautifully named the Islets of Langerhans. Instead of pumping juices into a duct, these islets release hormones directly into your bloodstream. And there are 4 main microscopic players at work here: alpha, beta, delta, and PP cells.
This brilliantly illustrates the biological tug-of-war happening inside you right now. Your beta cells produce insulin, which acts to clear sugar out of your blood and push it into your cells for energy, usually right after a meal. But
When you're running on empty between meals, your alpha cells release glucagon, which commands your liver to pump sugar back into the blood. Together, they act as the perfect, continuous thermostat for your body's energy supply. But, to keep that thermostat from swinging too wildly, we have the supervisors. Delta cells secrete somatostatin, which actually acts to inhibit both insulin and glucagon, and actively slows down digestion. Meanwhile, Papy cells secrete pancreatic polypeptide, which regulates your enzyme secretion and controls your appetite. Think of them as the chemical brakes that maintain perfect internal balance.
Section 5. When things go wrong. Pancreatic disorders.
Because the pancreas has such massive, life-sustaining responsibilities, the stakes are incredibly high. The most well-known disorder is diabetes mellitus. If those beta cells fail to produce enough insulin, or if your body becomes resistant to the insulin it does make, that delicate blood sugar balance shatters. Glucose builds up in the blood, starving the cells of their essential fuel and causing systemic damage.
Then there's pancreatitis. Remember that powerful demolition crew of digestive enzymes we just talked about? Normally, they're safely transported to the intestine before they activate, but if they trigger too early, while still trapped inside the pancreas, they will literally begin to digest the organ itself. As you can imagine, this causes severe, extremely painful inflammation.
Furthermore, abnormal cell growth can lead to pancreatic cancer. This is an especially dangerous malignancy because it typically develops entirely silently in its early stages. Because the pancreas is tucked so deep behind the stomach, early detection is incredibly difficult, which is exactly why understanding the health of this organ is just so vital.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want you to consider this. This tiny 100-gram double agent works endlessly to digest your food and keep your metabolism perfectly balanced every single second of the day. It's an absolute powerhouse of biological engineering. The question is, what choices are you making today to support it? Are you giving it the right fuel to work with? Definitely something to think about the next time you sit down for a meal. Thanks for learning with me today, and I'll catch you in the next